Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm just great.
Good stuff. Are you from Brazil?
Yes, that's right.
Nice, I thought so. I love Brazilian people. I love when Brazilian people call me
That's nice.
because there's lots of Brazilians in Dublin. So I had lots of friends in Dublin from Brazil.
I heard of that.
Yeah, really, really
How do they behave?
good, man. Really good. You see, the thing is, Irish people and Brazilian people, I think, are quite similar. We're very like laid back, quick to smile, quick to laugh, quick to have a joke. So everything like blends really well. There's never any problems between Irish people and Brazilian people, or there's no like bad feeling. You know, like sometimes people have bad feelings about certain groups. Or those people from that country are like this. It's not like that at all. It just kind of blends very well.
That's so nice. I never been to Ireland, and I have some friends. They have been there, and like all of them, they just love the country.
Yeah, nice. What part of Brazil are you from?
I'm from São Paulo, the state. I live in a city called Boituva. It's the
Mm-hmm.
capital of skydiving.
Oh wow, wow. Have you done it before?
Never. I'm afraid of heights.
Nice.
It's
Same,
not
yeah.
for me. Some weeks
I
ago,
kind of want. Hmm?
sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Some weeks ago, my girlfriend she went to a hot air balloon ride.
Nice.
Yeah, I just stayed on the ground and said goodbye.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see you when you come back. Don't
Yes,
come back too quickly. Come back down slowly, please.
yes. Please,
Yeah,
please move.
yeah. Like I want to do a skydive, but I don't think I ever will. Honestly, I don't think I ever
A
will.
friend of mine, he was a professional skydiver, and
Oh,
he gave it to me. Because when you don't know how to skydive, you have two ways. You can pay a course of like 10, 12, something like that, dives, and then you are going
mhm.
to learn how to dive by yourself. Or you can
Yeah.
pay
Okay.
and you're going to jump with someone else, like tie it up
Mm.
to the instructor. And he paid for
Yeah.
me to dive with the instructor, and I said no, thank you.
Yeah. Really. Yeah.
hmm
Like I think I would need to have go with an instructor because I don't know how I would jump myself. I would need someone to just okay, we're going now, to do it for me basically.
Yes,
Because
that's true.
you're just sitting there with your legs dangling over the edge, like, and they're burning fuel, and you're like, I can't do it. I can't do it. So it
Me
would be
neither.
cool though. Cool.
Me neither. I would quit easily. Like, okay, I'm staying there playing it. Your guys are going to jump. I'm just staying here, and that's all for me.
Yeah. So what type of things are you interested in? What do you like to do?
I like to do like I don't know. So I can say that I have a hobby of
Yeah.
collecting hobbies.
You have a hobby of collecting hobbies. Very nice.
Yes,
Okay.
I like
I'd like to
to
hear some.
I like to go hiking, trekking, uh,
Yeah.
explore caves. I like
Oh, nice.
to. I saw on your profile like you really like boxing. I like
Yeah, yeah.
I do Muay Thai. You know Thai boxing?
Sorry, I lost the connection there. What do you
Okay,
do?
Taiwanese boxing, Muay Thai.
Oh, like Thai and Muay Thai. Oh,
Yes.
nice, nice.
hmm
Yeah, I just actually where I'm living, a guy from the United States just arrived, and we
hmm
went out to do some training together. So I showed him some boxing, and he showed me some Muay Thai.
It's
So I was
very
learning the
nice.
elbows.
Yes.
Yeah, because the elbows they're almost identical to a punch,
Yes.
except like the body movement is the same, just the arm is different. So I learned quite quickly. It was nice.
Yes, that's true. I like to go swimming. I like to play the guitar. I like to play the. I'm learning how to play the Melodica. I don't remember the name in English. It's like a keyboard,
Okay.
but you have to blow on a pipe. It's a
Oh,
little keyboard, and there's this pipe you have to blow in it, and then the sounds comes
okay.
out. I'm
Sounds
learning how
cool.
to it. I like to play cards. I like to do a lot of different things.
Nice, nice. Yeah, you need some hobbies during a year like this. You need to have a lot of things to do,
Yes,
right?
yes,
How
that's
has it
true.
affected your life
Uh,
personally? How has it been for you?
yeah, that was a very difficult year. My wife, she works from home. That's okay because she's a programmer. I'm a teacher. I
Yeah.
teach in English here in Brazil.
Okay.
And last year we did all like online classes, video conferences, teaching kids. I teach kids from first grade, like 6 years old, to
Yeah.
high school, and that was quite difficult times. Now we are back in having classes at school, and
Mhm.
we are afraid of it because it gets like couple of weeks ago, a student, 5 years old, he put his hand inside of my mask, inside of my
Oh,
mouth, and
okay.
like savage kid. And I was like,
Okay. Really?
no,
Wow.
we are all gonna die.
Yeah.
But
Come on,
that's
kid.
okay. Yeah, like I can't complain. So, at least I have a job during this time. I saw lots
Yeah,
of
yeah.
friends of mine losing their jobs and this kind of stuff, and for me, it's still okay. And but talking about teaching, in a couple of weeks we are going to have St. Patrick's Day,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, indeed.
And I'm teaching music at the school, and I have to teach them like the not music in itself, you know. I have to teach the cultural aspect of music around the music. And as St. Patrick's Day is coming, could you give me some advice, some like
So the first instrument that comes to my mind when I think of Irish music, because we all learn it in school, when in primary school from like 8 years old until 12 years old, we practice it. It's called a tin whistle. Does that
mm,
sound familiar?
I can
Tin
think
whistle.
something about it.
Yeah,
Tin
and it's just
whistle.
like there's
Mm-hmm.
like six holes, and you blow in it, and
Ah,
every
yes.
makes a different sound.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
Yeah, so that's like really traditional.
Uh-huh. And
Um,
is there any like traditional song?
oh yeah, yeah. Like yeah, that's a big thing in Ireland. So most of our famous traditional songs are about like fighting against the English,
Nice, I like it.
and they have all this. I can link you some, and you'll know, like you'll see the kind of style.
Uh-huh.
I'll just write the names of them here. You can check them out on YouTube. But these are
Nice.
like boys of the old brigade, and like ouch.
That is just perfect.
Yeah, and that's like really traditional Irish music, and both of them are about like fighting the English. We have a long history against those guys. Long history, and they still have part of the country already. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people still are not happy about that. But, yeah, now there was big problems there, man. Like people don't realize how serious that was in the north.
Mm-hmm.
It was a war, and one of the most crazy wars you can imagine, because it was like neighbor against neighbor, like real hatred on both sides. And like the Irish Catholics had no rights at all, like the same as like when the African Americans were marching in the 60s for civil rights, the
Mm-hmm.
Irish Catholics were doing the same in their own country in Ireland. There was
That's
a lot of
crazy.
like yeah, a lot of kind of like racism, essentially, like you are Irish Catholic, therefore you are less than us. Yeah, there was a lot of crazy stuff that people don't know. And then the IRA it got so bad because they had no power, and then the ruling class also had support of the police and the British military. So like it was
Mm-hmm.
this impossible situation. And at the end, they made the IRA. I don't know if you heard; they're actually quite famous, or
Yes.
maybe
Mm-hmm.
notorious would, maybe infamous would be a better word. They're a controversial group
Yes, they are.
because they they were quite ruthless. They did whatever they did. They had no boundaries that they would not cross, you know. So they're kind of controversial, but most people in Ireland would favor them because of this. You have to understand the context of why they were created. You know,
Yes.
The police were on the other side, the army was on the other side. All the voting was, like fixed. It was corrupted so that they could not vote anybody into political power. Everything you can think of was happening against them, and the only thing they could do was to just fight without rules. So, and then that happened for like 30 years. It was a really bad war. And then in 1997, they agreed to share power in the north. So in the end, there was quite a victory, and now it's peaceful. But even today, in the center of Belfast, which is the capital of Northern Ireland, there's a huge wall that runs right through the city. And the Catholics live on the west, and the Protestants live on the north. And every single night, the wall closes.
That's crazy. It's like the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. It's like people don't realize it was so brutal, And like even with Brexit, there was this conversation where, like, one of the big agreements of the UK being a civil war in the Republic, actually, it caused the civil war. Everybody that was fighting for independence, when the leaders agreed that, okay, this was the deal, we keep this part, you keep that part, a group, that's it, no way, they're not keeping that, and then they started fighting each other. So that agreement actually caused a civil war in the Republic. So it was complicated, but one of the main conditions was the border could not be a hard border. Like, so that means like you can just drive over the border, over back, no one can stop you, it's like really, it almost doesn't exist in real life. So that was the agreement. But with Brexit, when Brexit was happening, that border now became a border of the EU.
Oh, yes.
You see what I mean? European border. And then like the British Prime Minister came out and said, yes, we're going to have to talk about like a proper border. And in Ireland, it was like, yeah, really? There would have been serious trouble if they tried to do that. And I think he spoke without really understanding, because a lot of people, it's such a small part of the world, and it's over there, and there's some really serious stuff going on there. There was a lot of people ready to they would start fighting again. Guns would be picked up, everything,
It was like just a truce from 1997.
Yeah. That's when things like started to get better. Like things are improving. Like, for example, I went there recently, like 2 years ago. Do you know Carl Frampton? He's a boxer. He's a small boxer, Carl Frampton. He's very good. He's a Protestant. He's from the east side of Belfast, a Protestant. And I went to see him, and I stayed in a Protestant neighborhood in the east. I could never do something like that 20 years ago. Never. Like, I have a friend, he went up to box when he was about 12, I think. So maybe 15 years ago. And he boxed in an area, they were throwing piss at him. Like, wow. Throwing piss. He couldn't box. So that's the context. Things are getting better, Now I can go and stay there and walk around, and so, but yeah, like this shows you how bad it was. Like, but yeah, the wall is still there. Like, maybe, hopefully, one day they will not need it. But things are definitely improving. With each generation cares less and less. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's true. That's something that happens.
Yeah, time is a great healer, as we say. It's a cliche for a reason, because it's the truth. Time heals everything.
Very nice. It was very nice talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I was in Rio de Janeiro for Patrick's Day 4 years ago.
Nice. Yeah, that's crazy.
I couldn't believe how green it was. I couldn't believe everybody was celebrating it.
Yes, it's becoming a thing here in Brazil. We really like this holiday.
Yeah.
We like to celebrate. We like to drink beer.
Yeah, and will your city be?
It's a very good excuse to get drunk.
Makes sense.
Yes, and celebrate. And wear green.
Indeed. I thought Irish people could drink until I arrived in Brazil.
Oh, yes, we can.
I was impressed. But yeah, listen, Bruno, it was lovely to meet you.
Nice to talk to you. Bye.